and get Factor instead.
Alright, that was a meal.
When I say fresh, I mean they're fresh.
But yeah, this, I don't know what they even tried to do. Still didn't feel much.
Even after reheating, not dry or tough.
What is this anymore? Hello, how you doing? I'm still kind of sick, but I am here to bless you all with another fair look at a YouTube sponsor. And there's no unfair sponsor out there than Honey, as we know, and I feel like it's important to hold YouTubers accountable to the way they're earning money. Because I ain't earning any, so why should you earn money in an unfair way? Anyway, without further ado, welcome to Factor. So, this is recorded way before I am actually eating Factor. I just need to prepare these things. Alright, so I just made an account and I just ordered the first 4 meals, and I now get to pick them. Funny fact about the date that I'm getting them. The first date my girlfriend will be here, so I guess I'll have help filming and I'll have a second opinion on it. Which means that for the first meal, I'm gonna have to choose something vegetarian since she is a vegetarian. So hey, for the vegetarians out there, this is gonna be an option for you. Let's see what vegetarian options there are. I don't like how the website works right now because I don't have any extra filters to select anywhere, which is pretty frustrating. I'm gonna deselect all my meals and I'm gonna select the first one. I won't bore you with the details, but it was quite tiring to select meals on the website. As I said, there's no filter, so what you specifically are looking for is pretty hard to find. Eventually, I did find 4 meals for the first week, and yeah, we're gonna jump to the very first 2 right now. Hey, so we're here to try our first 2 meals. My girlfriend will also be reviewing one, so her opinion also matters. I've got them right here. So, I wasn't at home when they delivered it, but from what I've seen, I think they were on time. I've got a Trotolle bolognese, and I've got... Wait, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Keep filming. You see nothing. I've got a quinoa bowl with a sweet potato and peanut sauce, satay, and I've got pulled chicken. I'm pretty excited to try the first one. I've been looking for easy meals. So you know what? Let's just get to it. Let's throw these fuckers in. Alright, that's synced. So, first impressions were that they were, well, it smelled pretty good, all things considered. I eat a lot of pre-cooked food or pre-prepared food, and usually I find it okay. I hope I find it at least a little bit more than okay. So I've got my tomato pulled chicken meal right here, and my girlfriend has a beautiful vegetarian meal with quinoa right down there. You're not gonna get the delight of seeing me eat, you're not gonna get the delight of seeing her eat, so we'll be right back with our opinion. It looks good though. Well, that was a meal. I don't want to jump to conclusions just yet, it's the very first 2 meals. But there are a few notes that I've written down. First off, for my meal, it's a little bit greasy. You can still see it on the bottom, especially the bottom of the sauce was pretty greasy. And for me, the zucchini felt a little bit unseasoned. For some reason, chicken, which is the most protein-filled meat out there, didn't fill me at all. I feel like I could eat a horse right now, and I'm not even kidding about that. It tasted pretty okay overall, a little bit sweet. I think it's better than what grocery stores have to offer if it comes to pre-prepared meals. But that was my meal. My girlfriend's meal, however, was an entirely different subject. The quinoa was uncooked, or at least it felt uncooked. It was very raw and like hard, and after chewing, the quinoa would still be left in your mouth, which is not great. The pumpkin was very prevalent. Pumpkin has a very prevalent flavor overall, so it might have just ruined the meal for her. I thought it was okay. I do like the smell of the meal, but it was not great. The broccoli, I mean, it's hard to fuck up broccoli. If you fuck up broccoli somehow, you should just not walk into a kitchen. But it was okay. It was pretty good. It was maybe not salty enough, but it was fine. And the peanut sauce, although a bit thin, was also pretty okay. It was nice and sweet, and it felt like it was seasoned. And same thing with the other sauce. It seemed like all the sweetness was on the bottom of it. So if you do end up using Factor, I guess just scoop through your sauce a few times before you use it. But yeah, that's the first two meals. Let's see how the next two are. That was a meal. Okay, so it's time for the next two meals. This is the last meals that I'll be sharing with my girlfriend on Valentine's Day. The most romantic thing I ever imagined was sharing a Factor meal on Valentine's Day with my girlfriend. So here we are. So the last two we have. Let me go grab them. Creamy tomato risotto. It looks pretty good, in all honesty. I think it's hard to fuck up. I hope it's good. You're gonna find out in a minute. And we have Trotolle bolognese. So I'm pretty curious about that one. I think usually the pre-made meals with bolognese are pretty good. So I'm imagining it is. So far, I'm not impressed, but it's not too bad. But if these two are bad, I think this may pretty much be a scam. Alright, see you later. There we are. All done. So, it smells okay. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna see my conclusion real soon, but yeah, this is how mine looks. And the risotto looks like that. Nice. Anyway, let's try.
Oh, now you're not focused.
Let's try. Well, there is... It can be said without words, actually. It can be said without words. So. You understand? It wasn't good. I mean, the main meal was pretty good, honestly. It was maybe better than yesterday's. The bolognese really carried the entire meal. And for the risotto was pretty good too, and the side dish was alright as well, from what I've heard. How would you describe it, babe? Just yell it out.
I don't know. I like the risotto. It felt sticky like a risotto, and it was good.
Yeah.
It seemed like it had cheese on it, but I didn't see anything about cheese.
Okay, well, it might have been the sauce, I don't know. But yeah, this I don't know what they even tried to do. Like zucchini pickles or something. It's just sour zucchini. It really doesn't taste good. It didn't go well with the main meal either. And this is a problem we had yesterday as well, where the side was just pretty even though the main meal was pretty good. The pulled chicken was pretty good, but then the side really didn't fit with that. I don't know, we'll really have to try more. This is, of course, the last meal that you're gonna hear my girlfriend's opinion about as well. So take that in. For now, I'm still not very impressed. So far, I don't think I would order Factor. Even if I were very busy, I would prefer maybe buying something from the grocery store, making something very easy, or prepping my meals. So yeah, it's not looking great for Factor so far. Hey, I'm back. So as of recording, it's just been a day since my girlfriend left, which means that I'll have non-vegetarian meals for the next coming 4 meals. The last week wasn't too great, but I'm really gonna pull the best out of Factor this week. So what I'm gonna do, instead of saving it for dinner, I'm gonna eat one of my Factor meals now, so I get ready to gym today. And if I, for some reason, like faint or something along those lines, Factor is a scam. If I do well, Factor is not a scam. Anywhere in between, I'll let you know. So, let's see what we have. So, We've got some good-looking chicken. Looks okay. It smells pretty good. This is how it looks. Especially the main dish smells pretty good. The side dish smells okay. Just like most people, maybe even you right now, I like watching YouTube while eating. So I'll give you my first bite from both, and then I'll give you a conclusion afterwards, yeah? The side's not great. Could use a lot of salt and seasoning. I do like the main dish a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna put on a video. I'll see you guys right after. Alright. I'm done. Completely done. Finished it to the last bone. So it definitely was better than most of the meals that I've had last week. Still didn't feel much. And what's even worse is the fact that it filled me up so badly that I got myself a sausage roll after. Yeah, the meal tasted pretty alright, especially compared to some of the other meals, and we're gonna run into a worse one. But it still didn't fill me up enough, and I think I would have fainted if I gymed with this. But yeah, let's go to the next few meals. You'll have to excuse how my room looks currently, how the lighting looks. I am in between moving, so that's why. However, yesterday I did try another factor meal at work, which is basically what they are for. They're meant to be efficient little meals to take with you. It didn't fill me up enough to keep working. I almost died. No, just kidding, I just made sure to get another snack after eating this in my break. That cut my break in half, so I'm not very satisfied with it. At least the meal tasted okay, but it's really hard to fuck up rice with chicken and some mushrooms. If you can't, like, I know people can't cook, but if you can't somehow figure out how to cook rice, chicken, and some mushrooms, there is something severely wrong with you. Let me know in the comments down below so people can roast you. Anyway, try for the next one. This one is probably a little harder to cook yourself. This is grilled chicken fillet with Ratatouille. I love Ratatouille. Great movie. 10 out of 10. Love Pixar. Wall-E's my favorite. Anyway, let's get cooking. I don't even have to cook anything. That's a nice thing. So we got the meal, and I have something to confess that's gonna blow your mind. Especially if you know anything about Dutch people. Dutch people, in a way, are a lot like Irish people, in the sense that we love potatoes, apparently. But I hate them. I don't like them that much. Luckily, they did give us some sauce. I would never be able to eat those dry fuckers without a sauce. I'm guessing that this is garlic. No, that doesn't smell like garlic. That smells like something else. We're gonna see. I hope that'll make it better. But this might be a good meal. I'm gonna hit you with a conclusion soon, but first I'm gonna eat and watch YouTube, as you are doing right now, right? Right? Am I worthy of your food? Am I worthy entertainment for your dinner? Anyway. This meal was definitely not made by Remy. I could tell. Remy's the rat from Ratatouille, by the way. It's definitely not made by Remy. The Ratatouille itself is pretty good. The chicken, again, MVP. I feel like meat will always be the MVP in factory meals. And the side dish was just as awful as I was afraid it to be. I don't think it was baked or fried properly. The potatoes, that is. They were very soft and soggy, which may be a result of the microwave. But still, then I'd rather, have a different side dish. People know that reheated potatoes fucking suck. You should know that. Everyone knows that. So, I don't know. It's just not really a great side dish. And again, I feel like most of these dishes are like this. It's either great main dish, very mid side dish, if not worse, mid at best, or mid main dish, good side dish, and we've only had one instance where both were really good. Yesterday also had a weak side dish, and at this point I'd rather just not have the side dish. I'd rather just get only just the main dish, but just more. you have to take into consideration that this is, well, already my 6th meal, 7th. This is my 7th meal. I still feel like it doesn't fill you up, and I still think it's too expensive. You pay $10 per meal here in the Netherlands, at least, and for the portion that you're getting, that's not a lot. For $10, I can get like a big plate full of meat. Full of meat. I'm not even kidding. So, you're definitely overpaying for, you know, allegedly paying for a chef making this. But I think I can do better. I'm for sure my girlfriend can do better. But I think even I can do better than this meal. I think you, the guy who doesn't know how to cook rice with chicken and mushrooms, I think even you could do better. I don't know if I would go as far as to call it a scam, but the day before yesterday, I had a factor meal, and yesterday at work, I actually had a meal from just the grocery store, just a pre-made meal from the grocery store, and you know what? It filled me up better. It did a better job of filling me up, and it was honestly pretty tasty. I have another grocery store pre-prepared meal that was like 2 to 3 times cheaper, and I feel like maybe even better. I'm still not impressed. I still need to be impressed, and I really thought the Ratatouille was gonna be the one to impress me, but it didn't. So you know what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get myself snacks again, because it just, again, it didn't fill me up. It didn't do the job that it was supposed to do. Anyway, see you next meal. Oh, God. Another day, another factor meal. Another day closer to moving back in with my parents because life is too expensive. Subscribe. I've gotten to the conclusion so far, and I still have 5-6 meals to go. That it's not great. It's overpriced, and the portions are fucking crap. Ah, man. I'm so frustrated at this point. I'm so done with it. Like, the meals themselves, they taste fine, but they're just... You know what? Let's just get it out, right? Let's just get the next candidate out. Let's just get over with it. The next meal is cabbage with cheese and with beef. As a side dish, I see bell peppers and beans. Green beans. Whatever you call them. Here it is. It doesn't look great. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. I was curious myself, but at this point, the only reason I keep going is because I want to make this video. Be right back. I think this will be my least enjoyed meal I've had from Factor so far. It smells exactly like something, love you mom, but my mom would make. Like a meal I wouldn't finish. Luckily the portions aren't big. I'm just gonna start with everything I think I'll like the most, and if I leave some, I guess I'll leave some. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this. I mean, I'm gonna try after I start recording, right? But oh man, it's so greasy and salty, and it's not the right type of cheese. I'm a Dutch guy, I know what I'm talking about. I know what a good cheese is. This ain't it. I haven't even touched the side dish at all, because it's just veggies put together that I've already had this week. As I said, this is something that my mom would make just randomly, just because she would have the products in house. This is something you can make, this is something I can make, and it doesn't taste very good. Honestly, as I predicted, this is the worst meal I've had so far. So, there's still 4 more meals coming. I was miscounting back a few minutes ago. There's still 4 more meals coming. I did not choose them at all. By the time that they arrive, I'll be almost going back to my parents. I can maybe let my brother try one if he wants. I don't know if I'm gonna do footage on those. But this isn't great. Nah. So far, if I should make a tier list of everything I've reviewed so far, right? This is definitely on the bottom. This plate is like way more worth your buck. But what I'm getting for my $10 for this meal specifically, for example, feels like it's just a whole lot of nothing. I cannot believe that an actual chef made this and said, yeah, this is good. Because it ain't. Amber out. So, here we are. I moved back in here with my parents. Beautiful room, I know you missed it. Conclusion to Factor. It isn't great. Today I had my last Factor meal and I'm glad to say that it's my last one. I let my parents and my brother try one as well and we all agreed the side dishes were mid at best and pretty much we were not filled up. We had a pretty big dessert to compensate for how little the meal filled us up. They weren't very enthusiastic about the flavor either, and it's overall been the same experience. Now, the question is Factor a scam? Is Factor the worst thing ever? No, but it is the most overpriced one. There is way better pre-prepared meals out there. Not only that, the chefs that make the meals, at least in my experience, are, I think, not even that advanced, and if they are, they're just not putting in the effort. And even though the variety is pretty good on Factor, I don't feel like what they actually advertise comes back. So I ordered mainly protein meals, and I don't feel like I've even consumed a lot of protein, because usually if you eat protein you'll get less hunger feeling, and that's not what happened at all. I think Factor is pretty terrible. I would put it below this plate so far. This is not a scam, but it's just not a great price quality balance. So that's pretty much it. If you want to go try it out for yourself, I'm sure the experience will be slightly different in other countries and maybe even other regions. Your experience might be different than mine, and if you tried Factor, I would love to hear about that experience. If you haven't tried Factor, I wouldn't even recommend trying because it's very expensive. And if you have any other sponsors that you want me to dig in, let me know. They're not gonna sponsor me anyway because I'm too small, so I don't have to worry about that. Any big boys, I'll take them on. Alright, love you all, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long ass video. Have a nice meal if you're eating, and cheers. So I'll let ChatGPT decide what I'm gonna eat. Alright, we're going for the Gochugaru Chicken.